Morning, this is your Stat Sensei, Mr. Spensei, and this is a simulation and the student organization. So here we go. A student organization at Reagan has 31 members. All right, we know that that's going to be important. So we have 31 members, 17 of which are female. That sounds really important to me. Let's go ahead and mark that as well. 17 of which are female. So we have an organization with 31 members, 17 of which are female. Committee for a project is to be made of four randomly selected students from the organization. So of that 31, we're going to randomly select four. So that means that's how many people we're going to need. Conduct a 5 trial simulation. All right, so we're going to conduct a 5 trials. Determine how many are likely to be males. Okay, so first off, how many are male in the organization? That's a good question. If there are 31 members, 17 of which are females, then 31 minus the 17 equals 14. So it looks like there's 14 males. All right. So the question, well, how many are males? So how many committee members are males out of the 31 members? Now you don't have to have the out of the 31. So success. A success is when you have four committee members. In the component, we're just going to select students randomly. We're going to run 5 trials. In this case, we're not dealing with percentages. Since we're not dealing with percentages and people can't be selected twice, I can't have the same person selected twice. No duplicates are allowed or no repeats are allowed. So you need to say that. Okay, so there's several different ways to do this. Obviously, you could do 0 to 14 could be males, or 1 to 17 will be females. We're going to go at that right at that, and that means 18 to 31 are males. The rest of these numbers are skips, which means we're not going to count them. So 32 to 99 and 00 are skips. So 1 to 17 are females, 18 to 31 are males. At the end, we're going to count up to go, okay, out of the 4 committee members that we selected, how many are male? So beginning from left to right, I would select 2-digit numbers until I have 4 committee members. Count the number of 2-digit numbers that represent male, because that's what we care about. Run a 5 trial simulation and find the average number of males on the committee of 4 members. So we're going to run the simulation, and remember 1 to 17 is a female, 18 to 31 are males, the rest are skips. So 11, well, we have a female. 16 is a female. Then we have 43. Well, 43 doesn't even count because it's in this range, so it doesn't count. So we only have 2 committee members so far. Then we go to 63. 63 does not count because it's not in the range. Then we have 18. 18 is a male. 75 is a male. 06 is a female. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 committee members. And of those 4 committee members, 1 is male. So 1 out of 4. All right. And that ends our first trial because we now have our 4 committee members. All right. Trial 2. First one is a male. The next one's a 21, but even though it's a male, because it's a duplicate and we said duplicates are not allowed, we can't count it. So we can't count that because it's a duplicate. 15, then the next number is 59. 59 is in the skips. The next one is 17, that's a female. 91 is a male. 76 is a male. 83 is a male. 15 is a female. 86 is a female. 78, 86 is a skip. 78 is a skip. 87 is a skip. We already had a 15 female. 15 is a female, but in this case it's a duplicate, so we can't count it. Then we have 43 is a skip, and then we have 16 as a female. And if we count them up, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 committee members. So now that we have 4 committee members, we can stop our trial. And once again, we have 1 out of 4 one male out of the four committee members, because the very first one was a male, and then the other three were females. Moving on to trial 3. A 43, that doesn't count. It's a skip. 43 again is a skip. Even though it's a duplicate, because it's a skip, it doesn't matter. 26, well, that's a male. Then 65 is a skip. 37 is a skip. 64 is a skip. 90 is a skip. 88 is a skip. 82 is a skip. 90 is a skip. 87 is a skip. 01, that's a female, so that's our second one. Then we have 24, that's a male. Then we have 62 is a skip, 48 is a skip, 81 is a skip, 03 is a female. So in this case, we now have a male, a male, and a female. So we have 2 out of the 4 committee members being randomly selected as males. Moving on to trial 4, because we have to do this 5 times, and it's nice to be able to start each trial on a new row, and we can do that because we have 5 rows. So 36 is a skip, 79 is a skip, 22 male, 62 that's in the skips, 36 is in the skip, 33 is in the skip. Here we have a 26. Now we had a 26 up here, but it's okay to have another 26 because we started a new trial, so this is fine. Then 66 is a skip, and 65 is a skip, 83 is a skip, 60 is a skip, 83 is a skip, and we have 19, which is a third male. 73 is a skip, 95 is a skip, and 20 is a male. So in this case, all 4 of the committee members, so 4 out of 4 were males. We didn't have to select a single female by a random chance alone. All right, the last trial. Trial 5. In trial 5, the very first number represents a female. 77 is a skip because it's in that group of skips. 31 is a male. 20 is a male. 32 is a skip. Barely, but it's a skip. 51 is a skip. 41 is a skip. 48 is a skip. And 23 is a male. In this case, we now have our 4 randomly selected committee members, and of the 4, 1, 2, 3 of the 4 are male. So we go ahead and make our table, our little T table, and we said, okay, 1 out of 4. So trial 1, we had 1 success. Trial 2, we also had 1 male. Trial 3, we had 2 males. Trial 4, it was all 4. And trial 5, we had 3. So we had a total of 11 males. Well, if we're taking the average, that's 11 out of 5, which is 11 males out of the 5 trials. And that's a 2.2 males per trial. So basically, we would expect on average to select 2.2 male members. So based on the simulation above, in the long run, on average, we would expect to have 2.2 male members in order to select 4 committee members. So if we're selecting 4 committee members, we expect to have 2.2 of them to be male in the long run based on our simulation above. All right, appreciate you watching and hope to see you on the next one. Thank you.